children, welcome to class 12 economics online section. I hope all you are fine. We were discussing Indian economy chapter 4 poverty. As we have discussed, poverty is a multi-dimensional challenge for India that needs to reduce its rates. Our constitution and 5-year plan state social justice as the primary objective of the developmental strategies of the government. The second 5-year plan also pointed out that the need for reduction in poverty for countries' development and benefit of development should reach less privileged classes of society. So various strategies need to be adopted by the government for poverty alleviation. So let us find out what are the measures taken by the government to ensure eradication of poverty. The government approach to poverty was of 3 dimensions. They are, first one, growth-oriented approach. This approach believed that GDP growth will benefit poor section too. So development of the country as by increase in GDP. If GDP increases, per capita income would increase. Hence, people will automatically coming out of poverty. This was the belief of this approach. This was the major focus of first and second 5-year plan. As we studied in second and third chapter, during this plan period, land reforms, green revolution, industrial revolution, etc. were introduced. It was felt that industrialization and transformation of agriculture through green revolution would benefit backward section of the community. But this approach was not successful. The reason for this, first one, population growth. It has led to little increase in per capita income. Then second one, regional disparities. As we discussed in second chapter, green revolution benefited only a few states. So it led to regional disparities. Then third one, unwillingness and inability to distribute land. During 1950s, government had taken the policy of abolition of Zamindari system and also introduction of Land Reforms Act for reduce poverty. But redistribution of land was not done properly. So all this led to the failure of first approach, that is growth oriented approach. Then the next approach is poverty alleviation programs approach, that is implementation of special poverty alleviation programs. So this program specially focused on poverty eradication through creation of additional asset and by means of work generation. So this approach has been initiated from the third 5-year plan. Then one of the noted program initiated in the 1970s was Food for Work program. That means instead of providing money to the laborers, they have given food grains as a form of wage. So this program was restricted in 2001 and expanded into more backward areas. Then second program under this approach was self-employment and wage employment generation programs. Then there are various programs and schemes were introduced by the Government of India. They are, first one, Rural Employment Generation Program, that is REGP. This program aims at creating self-employment opportunity in rural area by providing financial assistance. It implemented through Khadi and Village Industries Commission. Under this program, person was provided bank loans for set up small industries. Then the second one, Prime Minister's Rozgar Yojana, PMRY. Under this program, educated unemployed person from low income family in rural and urban area can get financial assistance to set up any kinds of industries that generate employment, and the age limit is 18 to 15 years, and education qualities or education qualification is 8 passed. So this is the Prime Minister Rozgar Yojana. Then the next one, Swarna Jayanti Shahari Rozgar Yojana, SJSRY. It mainly focuses at creating employment opportunity, both self-employment and wage employment in urban area. Under all these self-employment programs, financial assistance was given to family or person. But since 1990, this system was changed. Now, these programs are implemented through SHGs, self-help groups. It is a group of 20 to 30 people. Most of them are neighbors. So initially, they are encouraged to save some money and lend among themselves as small loans. Later, through banks, government provide partial financial assistance to SHGs. So example for these programs are Swarna Jayanti Gram Sarozgar Yojana SGSY, then National Rural Livelihood Mission NRLM, the National Urban Livelihood Mission NULM, etc. Then Wage Employment Program. In 2005, Government of India passed a new act. This act is known as Mahatma Gandhi National Rural Employment Guarantee Act, MGNREGA. We had studied about this in your lower classes. Under this act, all those among the poor who are ready to work at the minimum wage can report for work. So it guaranteed 100 days work for unskilled labor. So these are the policies come under second approach. Then the third approach is to addressing poverty to provide minimum basic amenity to people. So the provision of minimum basic amenities approach. Okay, this approach initiated from 5th 5-year plan. Programs under this approach, government provide essential food grains, then it provide education, health facilities, nutrition, drinking water, housing, and also infrastructure facilities through public distribution system, integrated child development scheme and midday meal scheme, and also through Pradhan Mantri Gram Sadak Yojana, Pradhan Mantri Gramodaya Yojana, Vatmiki Ambedkar Awas Yojana, etc. So government also implemented various social security schemes. So they are National Social Assistance Program. Under this scheme, for elderly people or widows who does not have anyone to take care of them are given pension. That is the National Social Assistance Program. Its aim is to ensure minimum national standard for social assistance in addition to benefit state provide for the old and widow people. Okay. Then also government has implemented new scheme to provide health insurance to poor people like Pradhan Mantri Jan Dhan Yojana. To encourage to open bank account, each bank account holder is entitled for rupees 1 lakh and also accident insurance and rupees 30,000 for life insurance cover. So these are the various schemes and programs implemented by the government for the elevation or for the eradication of poverty from our country. Next, we are moving to assess these programs and schemes. So, the critical appraisal of poverty alleviation programs. The state of poverty has not undergone any change. Despite of various strategies to alleviate poverty, hunger, malnutrition, illiteracy and lack of basic amenities continue to be common feature in many parts of India. So the reasons for unsuccessful implementation of these programs are unequal distribution of assets or land. Then the benefits from direct poverty alleviation programs have been appropriated by the non-poor. Compared to the magnitude of poverty, the amount of resource allocated for these programs is not sufficient. Moreover, these programs depend mainly on government and bank officials for their implementation. And also there is non-participation of local level institution in program implementation. That is the non-participation of local governments. Then these government policies have also failed to address the vast majority of people who are living on or just before or just above the poverty line. So it also reveals that high growth alone is not sufficient to reduce poverty. Without the active participation of the poor, successful implementation of any program is not possible. So poverty can effectively be eradicated only when the poor start contributing to growth by their active involvement in the growth process. This is possible through a process of social mobilization, encouraging poor people to participate and get them empowered. So children, that was today's section. Today we have discussed about the various programs and policies introduced by the Government of India and also the critical appraisal of these policies and schemes. So with this session, our fourth chapter, that is poverty, get finished. So in this chapter we have learned about what is poverty, then what are the different types of poverty and poverty line, then also various programs and schemes for the eradication of poverty in India. Okay students, so you have to watch the URL, attend the test paper, download your notes and learn it well. We will meet in the next class with new chapter. So until then, bye. See you.